Right, hi, good morning. It is Thursday, the day after Born to Finish ran a very good race yesterday back at Lingfield, over 7 furlongs. I'm sure everybody's well aware now, but he finished a very good second. A very good ride by David Probert. It's the second time he's ridden Born to Finish, and it's the second time that he's given him a very good ride. He made sure he got out, made the most of his draw, and although he was at the rear of the field, he wasn't detached as he has been in some races, and he travelled well. When he looked as though he was getting boxed a little bit around one of the bends, he just gave him a little bit of a bump just to try and keep him interested and keep hold his position, which he did very well. And then coming in the final furlong, the long time leader, the Paul Cole horse, seemed to drift a little bit across him. And he didn't hesitate to switch him inside and come down the rail and finish second, beaten by a horse which, based on his form the time before last, was no disgrace. I think if BPC is trained by a more trendy trainer, I think he might have been a bit more fancied in the betting. That horse won very, very well time before last over course and distance, and last time out he clipped heels and had absolutely no sort of run whatsoever. So I think looking back at it, and hindsight's always wonderful, that horse was a horse that seemed to be pretty well handicapped, and I think we just bumped into one. But looking back now at Born to Finish's last 3 runs, he ran very well to win at Chelmsford. From that race at Chelmsford, the second, third, fourth, and the 7th of all ran very, very well. Ran really good races since, so the form of that race has stood up in a good way. It just makes it look as though he has won a half decent contest for the grade. And even last time when he was beaten, the winner has come out and ran very well since, as has the 2nd and 4th in that race. So again, even though he was beaten, and we know that there was a little bit of circumstance around him getting beaten, but it still wasn't as bad a run as it might have been. The initial ratings from Timeform have graded last night's run slightly better than the win at Chelmsford. So it shows that he's still on the upgrade, and he's still got more to come. And, got to be pleased with the last month or so in Born to Finish's long time career with us. So I think the big question now is where to next. The next obvious race isn't until the 4th of January. Which is just back over 7 at Lingfield. So, but what we've looked at doing is we have entered for 2 races next Friday at Chelmsford, 1 over 7 and 1 over a mile. There may be some eyebrows raised as to why we would enter the race over a mile when there's a 7 furlong option, but we just feel that first and foremost, the mile's an 0 to 70 and the 7 furlongs an 0 to 75. So we may not get into the 7 furlongs, so it makes sense to enter both. But there's also a feeling, just the way the course is laid out at Chelmsford, that he is going to have a better chance, Born to Finish is going to have a better chance of being competitive coming into the last couple of furlongs over a mile than he is over 7. Now, it's hard to judge from last time because he wasn't given the best of rides, but at the same time, we know that he could see out the 6 very, very well. David Probert was a little bit in 2 minds as whether a mile would be a good idea or not. So you may have heard on the video on WhatsApp that he felt that 7 furlongs was his trip, and I wouldn't disagree with that. However, when we've had a proper conversation with David, once he's had a chance to get back home, and both myself and Ed spoke to him last night, and he does think that Born to Finish would get a mile well, as long as it wasn't an end-to-end flat-out gallop. If he was able to travel in the speed he's sure to win over 6, would definitely sort of suit him well at the end of a mile race, especially in the grade he's in now. Whether he could run well in a mile race over in an 0 to 80 or higher than that is very, very much open to doubt. So what we're going to do is, Born to Finish has come home well. He's eaten up. He's trotted up this morning. He's absolutely fine. He's fully sound. He wasn't blown massively after the run last night. He is full of beans this morning and is going to go out in the paddock for the day and just have a bit of a relax, and then he'll be in the chance for next Friday, which is the 13th, and hopefully then it'll be on to Lingfield on the 4th of January after that. So the plan is laid out. We are pleased with last night. Yesterday lunchtime, actually, not last night. And if anybody's got any questions, by all means, let me know, and I'll get back in touch as soon as possible. Thank you.